With just 4 ingredients and 5 minutes, you can make this delicious Monterey Jack queso dip. This is the perfect solution for game day or really any day. The ingredients you need is a can of evaporated milk, 1 can of Rotel tomatoes with chilies, 2 cups or an 8-ounce bag of Monterey Jack cheese, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. Now I'm also going to do a comparison side by side with a little bit different flavor. I'm going to use a hot can of Rotel tomatoes as well as pepper jack cheese, just for fun. To start, of course, we just have to crack open those cans of evaporated milk. I use a beer opener for this. Yes, it's probably out anyway. And then just pour the can into your saucepan. Like I said, I'm going to do these side by side. And you want to get that milk to the boiling point and then add your Monterey Jack cheese. I'm going to start with the regular Monterey Jack. The cheese, of course, is cold because it came from the fridge, so the milk is going to stop boiling, and you want to keep heating it and bring it back up to that boiling point. You can see, as long as you can see that there are strands of the cheese, it's not melted yet. So keep stirring until it makes a nice smooth solution. Now it's bubbling, and you can see it's definitely more thick. It has a more saucy kind of a texture. And that's what you're looking for. Once you have the sauce here, you can add in your Rotel tomatoes and also a little bit of cayenne pepper. All you have to do now is stir this together. Make sure everything's all heated through and lovely and bubbly and ready to eat. Now we'll do the second flavor. And I'm doing this to illustrate something, so hang with me here. Again, I get the milk to the boiling point. I'm going to add in the cheese and heat and stir to melt the cheese and make a nice sauce. And this is where I ran into a problem. The cheese definitely melts and it's distributed, but there's a difference, and I've realized the difference is that there are 2 different brands of the cheese. And so what I have realized is that when I use store brand cheese, which is my preference, I have no problem. But when I use a name brand cheese, it's a more runny and not as thick sauce. So for these situations, I use a little bit of cornstarch to thicken my sauce. I just use a little bit more than a teaspoon of cornstarch, dissolve it in a couple tablespoons of water, give that a stir. It forms a slurry very, very quickly. And once you're there, all you have to do is start stirring your cheese sauce again and pour that in and keep stirring. You want this to distribute really well through the cheese sauce, but you can see that right away. This got much thicker very, very quickly, and that's what we're looking for. So once you have the cheese sauce in that much nicer and thicker state, again, we're just going to add the cayenne pepper and those diced tomatoes, give that another stir, and just as with the other one, stir it with the heat on. Make sure that you heat it all the way through, And then once you have this completely combined, it is ready to serve. Now you can serve it a couple different ways. If you're going to put it out like on a buffet table, you might want to use one of those little crock pots they have. That's a really convenient way to serve this. We tend to just kind of eat it right away and get our chips and have at it. But for purposes of this video, I'm just going to pour these into these nice little bowls and have them side by side and ready to go. I really hope you give this a try. This is such an easy last-minute dip solution. It's delicious, cheesy, easy, and if you try it, I know you'll love it. Enjoy.